Hello and good evening, students. When I think of being a first-generation student, I think of the word determination. According to the Center for First-Generation Student Success, first-generation students come from families where their biological parents did not complete a four-year college degree, which leaves room for parents who may have attended some college but didn't finish. Stepping foot on a college campus is already a major accomplishment for a first-generation student. You have to be determined to break outside the familiarity of what your family members typically do when they graduate high school. I grew up extremely poor in North St. Louis, the baby of 6 kids, 2 sets of twins, and yes, I am a twin. My family, they went to work. I didn't know any different until I went to a county school in the desegregation program in St. Louis. I was a cheerleader in high school for 4 years, and my cheerleading coach pushed me to go to college. She said, "Where are you going to college?" And I replied, "I'm not." She said, "Oh, yes, you are." And then she forced me to go to the guidance office and fill out forms. And she made me fill out my FAFSA, which I had no idea what it was. And just a side note, if you have not filled out your FAFSA yet, it's November, so it's time to do so, okay? I chose Northwest because I liked the way the view books looked and because it wasn't where everyone else was going. At my high school, everyone went to Missouri State or Mizzou. I remember taking the Greyhound bus from St. Louis to Maryville for the first time with money I borrowed from my late grandmother. I went to SOAR. I remembered winning my first Northwest t-shirt because I came from the furthest direction. When I moved in my dorm, I didn't have much. I couldn't afford anything at the time. I did get a lot of scholarships thanks to my grades in high school, but unfortunately, I didn't have much guidance and I didn't really get much advice because no one in my family went to college. So I had to kind of wing it. My first semester was such a positive experience. I developed a tight-knit group of friends on my floor in Hudson Hall. My professors were nice, and I really enjoyed the positive, safe atmosphere. I even got a campus job as a flag football referee. But then it happened. I looked at my school bill and I saw that I would owe money before the spring semester. I got scared. I was like, I can't afford that. So I packed my bags and left at the end of the fall semester. What I didn't know was I had more than enough money, and the university splits the scholarships and grant money from the fall and the spring. And all I had to do was reach out to someone and ask, but I was too afraid and a little embarrassed. So I left. I was sad because I really enjoyed the college life that I lived. I started working back in St. Louis, but I was determined to get back to college because I missed it so much. I decided to save money and I bit the bullet and started accepting student loans because I didn't want to be home anymore. I got the taste of the college life and what it was like to live on my own, and I wanted it back. I did make it back to Northwest the following fall and finished with my bachelor's degree, and a year later with my master's degree in physical education in 2004. My entire college career was a time I will never forget. I've met some of the most amazing lifelong friends that I currently still have, and I developed positive relationships with the professors who some are still here, and I actually now call my colleagues. Now, as an academic advisor and success coach, I can help students who may have felt the same way I did. And, I can tell them, hey, I know exactly what you're going through. I've been there. Some challenges you may face as a first-generation student: your family may see you as the college student, as the college kid. You may have family or even friends from back home that may look inside their own insecurities and they'll come out and say, "Oh, you think you're smart because you're the college kid, because you went to college." Or there may be times where you feel lost, and that may happen. Another thing you may encounter is homesickness, or even your parents may ask you to come back home. Also, when you go home, some people may not even seem interested in things that you have to say about college because they might not be able to relate to you. Positives, you will get that degree and no one can take that away from you. And I have cousins who followed in my footsteps who tell me that I'm the trailblazer who made them want to go to college because they would hear about my college stories whenever I came home. Some suggestions I have for first generation students: be determined and set the main goal to finish, to cross that stage, to graduate. Meet as many people as you can. Develop friendships with people, especially ones that don't look like you. Get involved on campus, even work on campus. Try to also look for a position that may be related to your major. If you're having tough times with your classes, okay, you can go up to the second floor of the library in the Student Success Center and sign up for a tutor. It's free, okay? Don't be afraid to help. Getting a tutor is not a bad thing. Tutor is not a bad word, okay? Ask for help. It's okay. And lastly, build relationships with your professors. These are people who will be writing letters of recommendation for you, which will get you your job or your future career. I hope this advice helps, and thank you for your time. All right, back to you, Nina.